Hi, good morning. Welcome to MSc DFSM Biochemistry, and the chapter we are covering here is antioxidants. Antioxidants are the compounds that scavenge free radicals. These protect the body from loads of free radicals. Any substance that prevent or impedes the cell oxidation, or we can call it as destruction, is called antioxidants. These molecules work to reduce the damage done to the cell and DNA by free radicals. These are the components that combine with free radicals and neutralize the damaging effect. Free radicals, these are the atoms or the molecules with an unpaired electron. Oxidation reduction reaction are central to the supply of biological energy. In an oxidation reduction reaction, electron from one species are transferred to another. Oxidation agent is a substance that gain electron in oxidation reduction reaction, and in this process it itself get reduced. A reducing agent is a substance that donates electron and get oxidized. Oxidation takes place in several ways. First, removal of hydrogen, and that is called dehydrogenation. Addition of oxygen and removal of electron. Dehydrogenation. It is the most common form of biological oxidation. It occurs by CH bond. Cleavage. This covalent bond are made up of pair of electron. So when it break, it occurs in two ways. In first way, two electron can go to one atom, and in another way, these pairs can get divided to both the carbon atom retains both the electrons, and the carbon containing compound become carbon anion with negative charge. If the carbon atom loses both the electrons, the carbon containing compounds become cation with a positive charge. However, if one electron remains with each product, then the free radical is said to be formed. Free radical is a molecule or atom with unpaired electron. Majority of intercellular oxidation of substrate results in the transfer of two electrons to appropriate acceptors such as NAD plus or FAD, which are then oxidized in electron transport chain. In last step, oxygen is reduced to water, catalyzed by enzyme cytochrome C oxidase. The electronic structure of oxygen favors its reduction by addition of one electron atom at a time, leading to generation of oxygen radicals. Thus, the radical has unpaired electron, and they take up electron from another molecule, make them unstable, and then stepwise transfer of electron to oxygen results in the formation of various intermediates called reactive oxygen species. The oxygen radical reacts with a variety of cellular components causing cellular damage. Most potent species is OH. Free radicals are short-lived. It reacts with another and start chain reaction. Hydrogen peroxide is not free radical but is converted to hydroxyl radical in the presence of Fe plus 2 or Cu plus present in the cell. Formation in free radical. These are formed during toasting, frying, irradiation. Free radicals are generally very reactive and unstable. Unstable structure that react with substance to form stable product. If an atom in the body loses or gain any electron, the resulting product is reactive and can react with or damage the DNA, protein, lipids, carbohydrate. These cellular damages cause diseases like cancer, atherosclerosis, cataract, retinopathy, degenerative change are due to accumulative. Role of oxygen-free radicals. Oxygen-free radicals radicals react with DNA to cause the breakdown of DNA and mutate them. This results in carcinogenesis. Free radical peroxidase PUFA residues in LDL. LDL is taken up by macrophages and generate foam cell and leads to scarring and fibrosis of artery wall. Unoxidized LDL is considered relatively benign in its effect upon artery walls. The reaction of free radicals involved the loss or gain of electron, and this create another free radical that initiate a damaging chain reaction unless the free radical quenched by antioxidant system and chain get halted. For example, peroxidation of PUFA will generate another unstable compound, and this react with another fatty acid to produce stable lipid peroxide. Susceptibility of PUFA to free radical damage is one of the major concern about recommending high level of PUFA in diet. So you can see the table below. There is a cycle that gives you the information of how free radical are formed and how it is affecting membrane, cytosol. Okay, so it's very easy. Don't worry about the cycle. Production of oxygen-free radical. Oxygen-free radical are normal byproduct of oxidative process. During metabolism also they get created. Sometime immune system of our body creates them to destroy virus and bacteria. Environmental factors like pollution, radiation, cigarette smoking, herbicides can also create free radical. Some of the processes are byproduct of electrotransport chain, dissociation of oxygen from hemoglobin generates superoxide radicals, cigarette smoking, exposure to oxygen tension create free radical. WBC, that is white blood cells, generate free radical to kill ingested bacteria and destroy foreign bodies. They can also secrete these reactive species into surrounding tissues, and this cause damage to the tissue. So injured and diseased tissue has high level of free radicals. Physiological mechanism to limit free radical damage. There are many physiological mechanisms whose specific role is to neutralize these free radicals and limit their damaging effect. The primary enzymatic defenses include superoxide dismutase, catalase, peroxidase. Non-enzymatic defenses include glutathione, alpha-tocopherol, ascorbate, beta-carotene, hydroquinone, flavonoids, and phenolic acid. Antioxidant defense systems are of two types. One is enzymatic, second is non-enzymatic. Antioxidant defense system are enzymatic. In enzymatic we have superoxide dismutase, glutathione catalase, glutathione reductase, and glutathione transferase. Non-enzymatic alpha-tocopherol, beta-carotene, ascorbic acid, glutathione, and selenium and serine. And non-enzymatic, there is another class, ceruloplasmin, transferrin uric acid, carnosine. There are a number of metal containing enzymes whose function is to scavenge and dispose of free radical. Several essential nutrients are component of or cofactors for enzyme. Zinc and copper. These are compound of enzyme superoxide dismutase, which dispose of superoxide radical by converting two superoxide radical to hydrogen peroxide and oxygen. Selenium. Selenium is component of enzyme glutathione peroxidase, which neutralize hydrogen peroxide and oxygen and convert peroxidized lipids into stable and harmless product, thus breaking the chain reaction of free radical production. Iron. Iron is a component of enzyme catalase that convert hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen. The enzyme glutathione reductase regenerates glutathione, which is oxidized by glutathione peroxidase reaction. This enzyme is flavoprotein and utilizes riboflavin derivative as prosthetic group. In addition to these enzyme system, vitamin and other plant pigments have antioxidant properties and so have the capacity to scavenge free radical. Vitamin E in the lipid phase, vitamin C in aqueous phase. Some important substances of food having antioxidants effect are selenium, zinc, copper, iron, vitamin C and vitamin E, beta carotene, carotenoids including lycopene, lutein, alpha carotene, zeaxanthin, cryptoxanthin. Then polyphenols. They are found in some fruits like tea, coffee, olive oil, red wine, flavonoids found in grapes, nuts, oranges, strawberries. So mechanism for disposal of free radicals. So here where it is written xenobiotic R gets bioactivated and make free radical. Free radical then make covalent bond in DNA, proteins and lipids, and then they progress, then propagation, then after that lipid hydroperoxide plus lipid radicals, and they do the membrane damage, distal tissue damage. But glutathione peroxidase, it converted into stable lipid alcohol, and after that it get terminated. Antioxidants are of two types. One is enzymatic, one is non-enzymatic. Non-enzymatic further divided into four parts. Low molecular weight oxidants like dietary exogenesis and endogenesis. Endogenesis are of lipophilic, hydrophilic like uric acid, glutathione. Dietary, then lipophilic is lipoic acid and plasmogen. Dietary exogenesis are of further two types, lipophilic, hydrophilic. Lipophilic is vitamin A, vitamin E, the thing we have already studied, like fat soluble and water soluble. Water solubles are vitamin C and polyphenol, and lipophilic is vitamin A and vitamin, that means these are fat solubles. So non-enzymatic are further depending upon polypeptides. The second part is polypeptides. Example, glutaredoxins. Then the third type is metal binding proteins like albumin, then minerals, zinc, copper, selenium, manganese. So enzymatic are of only two types. One is direct and one is indirect. Direct is SOD catalase GSH PX, and indirect is GSH with S transferases and etc. Non-enzymatic small molecular weight oxidants. Human blood plasma possess highly efficient smaller molecular weight compounds that act as antioxidant. Glutathione, ubiquinone, uric acid are produced by normal metabolism. Peptides are also small molecular weight antioxidants. Are peptides such as carnosine and serine, etc. Uric acid inhibit lipid peroxidation and scavenge free radicals. Ubiquinone is the only fat soluble antioxidant synthesized by animal cell. It plays a role in cellular defense against oxidative damage. Carnosine and arginine are dipeptides found in skeletal muscles that decrease membrane lipid peroxidation. Situations that increases the damage. The following circumstances increases this risk of disease due to the free radical damage of cellular components. Increased generating of free radicals beyond the capacity of mechanism for the safe disposal and repair of damage they induce. Impaired capacity of disposal mechanism to handle any free radical that are generated, for example, due to the deficiency of key antioxidant nutrient. Free radical in human pathology and disease. Cardiovascular diseases are one of the main cause of mortality. High saturated fat diet tend to raise the LDL cholesterol concentration. If there is not much free radicals, then scavenging become difficult. An unquenched free radical can react with LDL and can get converted into atherogenic oxidized form with continued high level of oxidized lipid blood vessel damage reaction. With continued high level of oxidized lipid blood vessels, damage to the reaction process continues and can lead to generation of foam, cell and plaque. The symptoms of atherosclerosis, oxidized LDL is atherogenic and are thought to be very important in the formation of atherosclerotic plaque. Furthermore, oxidized LDL is directly damaging the endothelial cell. So there are certain things, certain habits like smoking, obesity, aging, hypercholesterolemia, family history of premature atherosclerosis, hyperglycemia and hypertension that is associated with your stress level, high BP. So these are all related to formation of the free radicals. Carcinogenesis. There are a lot of evidences that shows participation of free radicals in carcinogenesis. Mutation, transformation, free radicals lead to mutation, transformation and cancer. Free radicals and aging. Free radicals are responsible for aging. Reduction of free radical and decreasing their role of production may delay aging and degenerative changes in aging. Natural diet and derived antioxidants. Vegetable, fruit, tea, wine are natural antioxidant. Flavonoid and vitamin 4-5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily are the good sources of antioxidants. Dietary antioxidants decreases the cardiovascular disease by reducing free radicals and oxidative stress and by protecting LDL oxidation and platelet aggregation. By inhibiting cytokines, higher intake of antioxidant associated with lower risk of mortality from cancer and coronary heart disease. So first and foremost thing, if you don't want any cholesterol or any other diseases, so please use antioxidants in your diet. So we have already given the list of diet which can provide you antioxidants. Have lots of antioxidants so that you won't have aging. Also, you won't have diseases like cancers, coronary heart diseases, etc. I hope you understood the chapter very nicely. This is very easy chapter. This is not at all difficult. And please don't forget to share it with someone who actually need it during the corona time. Stay safe, stay protected, and bye bye. Take care.